Okay, we are now live. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And just as a reminder, these are the objectives we're going to get to. We're going to be able to create the slide. We're formatting slides, inserting text, pictures, videos, links to individual slides within the presentation, and also to other websites, inserting shapes, moving them to the front and to the back. We're going to do a Google search straight from Google Slides. We're publishing the slides to the web, and I'm going to show you why that would be something you'd want to do. We're looking at version history and then templates that you can use that are already done for you so you don't have to do everything from scratch. Okay, so we're going to start with creating a slide. Quick little hack here. If you just type slides, .new, you'll get a brand new page, slides.new. You don't have to go to slides.google.com. You don't have to go to Drive and then create a slide. It just get there quicker. Okay, slides.new. We're gonna name our presentation Google Basics. What's today's date? The 20th?
20th.
Okay. Now, this right here is part of the layout, right, that it comes with. If you don't like that layout, you can either right-click this slide right here and go to Apply Layout. Some people really like the blank and they just want to start from scratch. You can go to Apply Layout and just have, maybe just have a big number here. So anyway, if you don't like any of this, you can also just kind of click and drag and press backspace, boom. And layout button is also here just in case you don't want to right click. All right, questions so far? Perfect, okay. So I'm gonna stick to, where's my title one? Title only. Let's do PE today. I'm going to drag my little box here just so it fits my whole box. I'm gonna format this text now. Is that what my next step was? Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna format my text. In order to format it, I have to highlight everything. So to format, I really like to do this one, align. I like to do center. Not only that, but I like this one right here. And I'll show you, that's called middle. I'll show you what I mean. If I drag this down, now let me select it and I go to, sorry, align with my line. Okay, right here. And I go to this one, the middle. Now it sends it to the middle. So that's just if you'd like it this way. That it's just OCD of me to have it in the middle. So it does it for you perfectly. If you select it, you can also still highlight it. You can take out the highlight. You can change the font color. You can underline, italicize, and bold. You can also change the size here. A little trick that I like to do for the changing of the size of the font is Control Shift and the greater than or lesser than sign. Control Shift, greater than or less than, and it just kind of fits for you. And I don't have to keep coming up here to guess what size I like. I just keep maneuvering it into this box using Control Shift, greater than or less than. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't learn that till recently. It's my favorite thing. Okay, and obviously here we have different fonts. And if you don't like these fonts, there's this more font. I always forget that this one exists. But you can scroll through a bunch more. Let's do this one. Okay, well, I didn't notice a change. Oh, that's right. When you add the more font, it sticks it in here and then you have to find it back in here. This is just to access it to your available fonts. Okay, now this box that we have with the text can create a border. So if we'd like, we can choose one of these. It can be a straight line. It can be dashes. And if the dashes are too small and you want them a little bit bigger, by the way, if I just click on one of the letters here in my cursor, and press Control A, it selects my whole text. So Control A is for selecting all. Next door is border weight. So I can change this weight to make it look like a design that's a lot more obvious instead of this thin one here. Okay, so now again, I'm going to select my text with Control All. Now I'm going to change the border color. Let's make it purple. Okay. Now, if I go to the paint bucket, I'm filling in the background. Very basic stuff here. I can also add different lines, arrows. I believe elbow connector. Yep. So it just does like a perfect little drawing for you of that line. There's one of them, maybe it's polyline, where you just in case you need a particular shape, Mr. Rollants, for math. And then you can also just insert shapes that are already made next door over here to make something stand out. Now, this is what I was talking about. When you add, for front to back, when you add shapes, now it lives in the front because the most recent thing you add will now be in the front. So if I want this to live behind physical education period 8, then I'm going to right click it. And there's this magical button called order. I want this to go to the back. Now, because I have my text highlighted, I can't see it. So I don't want back. I'm going to try this again, but now I have to go find my little guy here. So I just wanted to show you because that happened. So you can also go back to order and put, sorry, you guys' faces are in my way over here. All right, we're going to go to order. Now we can bring to front. So now it's back to the front. But I still want it behind the word. So I'm going to right click, order, send backward. Did that work? Did I click on it? It's not working. Why isn't it working for me? Let's see. Okay, that's not fun. Okay, let's see what the heck happened here. Let's see if I can send my text. Yeah, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. Okay, let's try this. Order, bring forward. Oh, it's still covering my Y. I'm sorry.
Well, this is great, trial and error. So I'm glad you're trying out all the little buttons. So that's awesome.
Okay, let's see. Bring forward, bring send backward. No. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to take out the highlight then because it doesn't like the highlight. I don't usually highlight my boxes, so maybe that's why I've never seen that. Let me take this highlight out. Oh no, it was the fill. Transparent if I don't want it anymore. Now it's in the back.
Oh, okay.
But now I can't click it because it's all the way in the back. So if I wanted to make adjustments to it, let me try doing this one. Order, bring forward. Perfect. Now I can make changes, and then when I'm ready to make the change, let's make this guy yellow. Use my paint bucket for that. Now I'm gonna do order, send to back. And now that I have that guy selected, I can also press Control C to copy and Control V to paste right next door to C. But I have to send that guy to the back again. So order, send to back.
Okay, so now that you have it like that, can you color the whole backdrop?
That's a good idea. Let's see. Paint bucket. No, it doesn't like the fill.
Okay.
This is so weird. Mr. Gonzalez, do you know why it's doing that? I know you're pretty good with Google. I've never seen that. That's okay. I don't think that's a huge deal.
I'm sorry, can you repeat it? That was multitasking.
Oh, no problem. So when I tried to fill my box here, for whatever reason, my shape won't just go behind my words. It goes all the way behind the color, green. So if I go order, move this guy, order, send backward, it's still here. But if I go order, send to back, then it just disappears.
The reason why is because I'm guessing it's 3-layered. I'm guessing that the box is one thing, the words are another, and the figure is another. So if that's the case, then it's pushing it all the way to the back. So go to undo that figure or how you moved it. So Command Z and then push it back one more time. Instead of move to the back, go push back one more time, see what happens.
Let me try send backward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it
And then
doesn't
do it
like
one
the
more time.
fill bucket. That's okay. It's not a big deal.
I'm wondering if now you can try pushing the colored box to the back.
The colored box to the back.
Or the field box or whatever it is.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, I
Push
see
that
what
one
you're
to the
saying.
back.
Order, send to back.
Yeah,
Yes. No, but
there
now
you
it's
go.
not behind the letters.
So you just got to reach. Now go to click on the letters and then pull to the front.
Pull to the front. Order.
Or push to the front or whatever it
Oops.
is.
I can't select my letters because of this shape. So if I move this down a bit. Boom. I still can't set. Yeah, no, it's because the words are now behind the fill box.
Okay, now what you can do is push the fill
Scroll.
boxes back if you
Oh,
want,
wait.
if that'll help.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Click on the fill box and now move that to the back.
The fill box.
I'm sorry, not the fill box. I'm sorry, your little yellow shapes. Yeah.
Order, send backward or to back?
Send backward, not to the back. Send backward.
Yeah, no. That's weird. I've never done that before. I guess because I don't fill my boxes. I
Mhm.
assumed that it would. So that's okay. It's not a big deal.
So
I'm just
where,
gonna make this
so
transparent.
do one more time for me, Maribel, where it says when you click to make it go over there so you can click on order. What are you clicking on the top?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm right clicking.
Automatically right clicking is it?
Yeah, I
While
have to select my shape and right click and
Which
then
one?
order.
Okay,
Now, I believe you can go to format as well. If I have it clicked, format. No, what's my other one? View.
okay, so just right click.
Yeah, just right click. Okay.
Under arrange, it said order.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay,
Where is it? Oh, yeah, it's at the top.
okay.
Perfect. Arrange. Okay.
Yeah,
Now
I
the
thought
next, go.
it should let you move your words to the front. I don't know why it's not.
Yeah, I'm really confused. I'm like, that usually lets me do that. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out what I did wrong later. Okay, is this our next one? So we've pretty much formatted the slide. We've inserted text. We've kind of manipulated that. We're gonna insert pictures and videos next.
Nice.
Let me see. Okay, I'm gonna make a new slide because we made a mess of this one. If I wanna make a new slide just real quick, I'm gonna just click on this one, highlight it and press enter. And now I have a new slide. And again, if I don't like this format, this layout, I can just click on layout and decide which one I like. For the next slides, I usually like title only, or the title and what is it called? Title and body. Those are good too. So maybe here we're talking about, I don't know, what's something, warm-ups. I'm gonna format my text real quick to the center because that's where I like it at. And I'm gonna have a little background here. And then for this box, I really like the border. So I'm going back to the border and I'm reviewing that quickly because I've already gone over that. I like this guy to have a border too. There we go. So now we're going to insert a video of a warm-up. Let's do that. Let's go to insert, and I'm gonna click on video. So video, I can find one on YouTube right now. So I can say kid warm-ups. Maybe I should add PE to it. Oh, here's a good one, 5-minute warm-up. So I'm gonna click on this one. Let's pretend I know what that one's about. Now I can manipulate my video to make it bigger or smaller. And I can add some information here for the kids. Make sure to warm up first. If I want to add more information, I can move this box over halfway here so that my words stop right here and it won't go behind the video. Okay. When the kids are on this slide, they'll be able to push play and it'll play here. And if they want it larger, then they would click here, full screen.
Oh, okay.
And they should know that because it's a YouTube one. And so like on their phones, they use this all the time. And they can adjust the volume. All right, so we got
Well,
that going.
I like the fact that I can add something from YouTube to put into my screen. I don't want to give kids the icon to go and get their own YouTube stuff. I don't want them getting on themselves. I want to be able to have one that's just preset for them, so they're not on that part of the, web.
Yes, and if there's that's what I was gonna say. The next thing is you could just go to YouTube yourself and then type in like PE warm up. And if there's one that you like, here's one. You can grab it yourself. Just have to copy this link right here.
Grammarly helps make.
You would copy this link, copy that, move back to your slide, and you're gonna go to insert video. And this time you're gonna select by URL right here. And then you just paste it in there and you press select.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
So there's two ways to do it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
You can also, if you have a warm-up video on your drive, maybe you can find it in here. So these are all of my videos that I have in my drive. It'll only show me videos. It won't show me documents. So anyway, so maybe you have one downloaded from a video of some other sort. Okay, let's delete this guy. All right, so we've already inserted videos. So the pictures are the same. We'll do another little slide to show you, but I'll do it a little quicker. I'm gonna press return. When I press return, it gives me the same format as the previous slide. I'm gonna insert my picture here. I'm gonna go to insert. This time I'm gonna go to image. I can upload it from my computer, my desktop, my documents. I can search for it on the web. If I click search on the web, I'm gonna get this box on the left here where I can type in baseball. Maybe I like this guy. I'm gonna select him. It says one selected. I'm gonna press insert. So I got my baseball guy here. I'm gonna manipulate him, make him a little bit smaller. Okay. Now the nice thing about using insert image is if you're trying to obey all of the laws, all of these pictures are available to use and reuse. Because if we go to Google and we just go to images, oops. And then go to images. Not all of these pictures have the license to be reused.
Oh.
I personally don't care about that. I know I'm being recorded, but because I'm using it only for kids, it doesn't bother me. But I know some people that bothers them. So if you're trying to sell this product, you wouldn't want to do this because in just legality purposes. But anyway, that just keeps you covered and safe if you want to just do insert. If you want to go straight to Google, little side note, and you want the legal pictures, then you're going to click on tools, usage rights, and then you're going to click on labeled for reuse. I'm allowed to reuse these. And you'll see that you get a lot less pictures. Not as cool. But again, that's up to you. I just wanted to let you know that exists. Okay, so we've inserted the pictures, we've inserted videos. You know that we can manipulate the size of them. Link slides and other websites. Okay, perfect. So let's say I want to make a table of contents so that kids know where they can go back to. Table of contents. I'm going to put that in the middle. And actually, I want to change this layout. How much time do we have? Okay. Layout, format, slide, apply layout. We're going to do the body one here. Okay. So I'm going to do warm up, exercises, activity, and I don't know, stretches. Okay. So now if I want to link this to my warm up, I'm going to just select the word warm up. Once I select the word warm up, I'm going to right click and go to this magical button that says link. Instead of going to the right click and pressing link, I can just select it and also press Control K or Command K if you have a Mac, which I believe you guys will soon. And if you forget what the command is, it's always next to them. You see all of these are commands. These are all shortcuts of how to get there quickly. Sorry, my cat is trying to jump on the table. Get down, down. Okay, so I'm gonna go to link and I'm gonna go slides in this presentation. And I wanted to go to the slide that I called warm up. So I'm going to select slide 3 warm ups. And then I'm going to press apply. Now, when I click on warm up, it sends me automatically to that slide.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things of this table of contents. So especially if you have a long list of things where kids like get lost. Now, if you have a table of contents, my suggestion is to make a little house here. I'm kind of going off here. This is kind of like for the advanced group, but here we go. I think you guys can handle it. Let's see, house icon. Perfect, let's get this guy. I'm gonna grab this guy and just drag it to my desktop here. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna drag this little house in here. Make it a little smaller. And this is gonna represent my table of contents. So no matter what slide they're on, they can reach the table of contents. I'm gonna right click it. Actually, let me see. I'm gonna copy that little picture and put it on every slide. But before I put it on every slide, I'm going to right click, go to link. You know, notice sometimes when I right click, the link doesn't show up. So I'm just gonna press Control K. That's helpful. And then to slides in this presentation, I'm gonna say always to slide 2, apply. Once I've done it once, I don't have to keep doing it. I'm just going to now copy this image and put it on all of my other slides, and it's still gonna link it to that same slide 2 table of contents. So now, when I click on any slide, any home there, I go back to my table of contents. So if kids get lost or they get frustrated, they can go back to that. Okay. Was that too quick or was that helpful?
May I ask a question?
Yes.
When you do that link wouldn't have to go to a slide in this slideshow, right? It could go to a slide in another slideshow as well if you wanted it to?
Good question. So let's make another quick one here. Let's see, do I have one here? Let's use this one.
Hi, Mr. Santos, good morning.
Hi. So what we could do is link it to this one. Now, Mr. Rollins brings up a great point. Every single slide has its own URL. You're gonna see at the very end, if we go here, these numbers and letters do not match this slide. Look at this. They don't match. The other one had 00 on it. So if I wanna link it to this presentation, say, okay, here's Tuesday's presentation. I wanna link, that was Monday. This one was for Monday. But for Tuesday, I want you to go to this presentation. So everything's kind of linked there for them. So now I'm going to select this link. In fact, before I select the link, I'm going to press share to make sure people have the ability to see it. Because when I click on share, it says only to me. Nobody else can see it. So I always like to change this to, Mr. Rollins, what do we change it to? You're muted.
Anyone with a link.
Why anyone with the link, Mr. Rollins? Why
That
not
way I
just
don't have to-
Greenfield users?
That way I don't have to individually share it with every single 160 kid that I want it to be able to see it.
But if they're using their Chromebook and you just send it to Greenfield users, why not just do it that way?
Oh, I don't know, just in case they're logged in someplace different or
Yes.
the parents want to look at it or whatever.
Thank you. Sorry, just trying to change it up a little bit here. Mr. Rollins has been in my sessions a couple times. So anyway, we want to give everybody access. Yeah, good job, Mr. Rollins. Good. We want to give access to every single person on the internet, just because kids sometimes use cell phones or other computers that may not have their email linked to them on that computer. So just to avoid issues, I like to do that. that makes you feel uncomfortable, then just do the other one. Just know that if they use their another email or cell phone or something associated with another email, that you're gonna get an email that says, this person would like you to share. And to me, that's really annoying. So anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so now if let's say I wanna make another link, and maybe I'm gonna get this baseball guy again, but I wanna put him over here. I can Control K that guy and put the link to that website that I just copied, that I didn't copy.
Okay. Oh, the control link. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
copy my link, go back here, paste it, boom. So now where is it sending me? To this particular slide.
Oh, okay.
Now I could do it to slide 2. So it's up to you. You just have to copy the correct link. Now that I've changed the permissions, I can go to slide 2 and just select that and use this, control copy that one. And I'm gonna Control K that guy and change the link. Now it's gonna do it to my slide 2. Perfect, there's my slide 2. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna erase these. We've done all of that. We've inserted shapes and moved to front and to back. We've done Google search. All right, we're gonna do publish slides to the web next. So if I'm here, if I wanna give kids access to the slideshow, but I don't want them to make any changes, or I want it to be more like an interactive website, I'm gonna go to File, Publish to the web. Now I make it a website for anyone in the world to access. Once I click on Publish to the web, I can auto advance the slides every 3 seconds or up to every minute. This is my least favorite part. I wish they had a button that said at their choice so that they can move it to their own speed, but it doesn't have that yet. So I'm waiting for that button to come up.
What happens if you didn't say any amount of speed? Would it be?
You have to. It automatically does the default, which is the 3 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. This one is start the slideshow as soon as the player loads. This one is restart the slideshow after the last slide. So I don't like this feature of publish to the web very much if I'm trying to do a lesson on my own speed. Unless it's just to watch pictures, I really don't see any other benefit to it. But I just wanted you to make sure that you knew about publish to the web. I could select this little drop down and click on require viewers to sign in with Greenfield Union District account. So if it's something personal or private for just Greenfield students, then I would click on this one. And then I can click on start publishing. When I go to embed, this is if I have another website that I want to embed this into, but we don't need to get into that. It's very similar to what a website is anyway. Questions on publish to the web? It's not super helpful yet. I think until it has at their own speed. Okay, now we've done publish to the web. Version history is my favorite thing to do with kids when we're working on the same slide together. Now, when I did this with my students, even when I was in the classroom with them, it was very hard to control them in terms of not writing on the wrong slide. So let's pretend our table of contents was names of students. So I'm gonna click on warm up and you see this little pencil that comes up. That's to edit the word warm up. So let's pretend I wanna name this, Alex. That's Alex P slide. And this is going to be Jackie's slide. This will be Anthony's slide. And this will be David's slide. Okay, perfect. So now each of these, maybe I can call them by the name of that child, and that child is expected to do things on that slide. Maybe that way they can all see each other work. That's one of my favorite parts about giving them all access to one slide, that if they're working on something and they need kind of some help and there's some kids who are a little bit more advanced, they can kind of just look and say, oh, that's what she means. Okay, I like seeing an example too. So I know when kids like to see examples. Now, I was really big on don't cheat. You can use each other to help each other. But if it sounds like the other person, then you don't get credit. And then I would share that I can tell who was on what slide making what change. So I'm going to make, here, can I share this with some of you? Mr. Vargas, do you feel comfortable just like typing something in here, Ms. Castillo? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna share this to your email.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you. And I'm letting you be the editor. So we're pretending you're students. Let's see. We're gonna make this Octavio slide. And this will be Diane. Is it two N's or one? No, one. That's the other Diane. Okay. All right. So Diane, if you can write anything you want, make any changes to your slide, Octavio, the same for yours. You know, just clicking random letters once you get there. By the way, cool, while they're doing that, if I click on the little people at the top, it'll take me to the slide that they're on. So if I'm trying to follow the presenter, I can just click on their little picture and see what they're doing. As he's typing, it says Octavio Vargas. So that's really cool. One way to monitor that kids are on their own slide. Okay, thank you. Diane, did you make any changes yet?
How do I get to it? How do I go to it?
You're on it. Let's see. You're on slide 1.
So which is my slide?
Slide 5.
5, okay. Let me try again.
There you go.
Mhm.
Okay, so we can see that her text is going to be blue. Perfect. So now I'm going to go this magical button next to help that says last edit was seconds ago. Excuse me. If I click on that, I can see all of the people who have made changes. So I'm going to click on that little drop down and I can click on their name and see what change they made and at what time they did it. So I'm going to look at Octavio's. And then I can kind of go through and see this is what Octavio did at 9:06. I would show my students this and tell them that I can tell what they wrote. So be careful not to write something naughty and to be careful not to delete other people's work. Now, sometimes they did it on accident because they're still learning to use Tech 2. But anyway, I would just show them this. The problem is sometimes, see now if I clicked on this one, I can see what Diane did. So the problem is that sometimes it won't give you every single change that they made, but the kids don't have to know that. So I wouldn't, I would omit that. All right, so that's one of my favorite features. Also, if you made changes to your slide and you don't like them and it's just you, and you're like, you know what, I really liked how it looked at this point. So I'm gonna click on it and I can see what changes I had done at that point. If I click on these 3 little dots or this hot dog menu, whoops.
Do that again, because when I was typing, I wasn't seeing what you were doing.
Okay, no problem. So let's say I don't like the slides, how I made them now. I want to go back to a change I had done earlier. So I'm going to click on these 3 dots next to it. It says more action. And I'm going to name this version if I want. So I can say this is like the 9 a.m. version. Or I can just make a copy of it. Or if I just keep it selected, there's this button on the left where it says restore this version. So I don't want any changes that I made up here. These will now be deleted and it will become the version at 9:01. Any change I made after 9:01 gets deleted. So maybe you mess something up and you don't like it, you can go back to it. Also, something I really like, people like to make multiple copies of slides. Let's say one year you use the slideshow, but the next year you want to make changes to it. Instead of going file, make a copy and cluttering your drive, you could just rename them by the school year, 2001, 2010, and then they all kind of live there. I don't know why I went back to 2001, but all right. I'm gonna go back. I don't want to change any of that. Okay, so we have all of those done. The last one is pretty quick. How much time do I have? 5 minutes. Perfect timing. All right. So the next one is called Slides Mania or Slides Go. It's a website. I'm gonna just type in Slides Mania. And the benefit of slidesmania.com is that there's a bunch of templates already done for me, so I don't have to keep building everything by myself. And they're for free. So I'm gonna go to educational. And let's do notebook style. So I can search through here and find one that I like to use as a template, and I just have to change the words. So there's a second one here. There's a lot of ads, but that's why it's free. So I'm gonna come back here. Let's take this one. I can select, I can also preview it here and kind of look through it and see if I like these. Yep, I like this one. I'm not gonna download the PowerPoint template. I'm gonna get the Google Slide theme. So I'm gonna click on that one. Google Slide theme. And now I can look through it again, or I can click the blue button at the top right that says use the template. And now I have a beautiful slideshow, and all I have to do is add or take away words. And if I like this particular slide and I only have one copy of it, I'm gonna right click to duplicate that slide. Maybe I like a bunch of these. Right click, duplicate. I can also right click and click on new slide. And it's the same thing as the duplicate. Now, let's say I have this slide and I don't want kids to really look at it, or anybody, it's not really ready for you. Or maybe, let's see, the last few slides are unnecessary for my presentation, but I don't want to delete these cute little backgrounds. So I'm going to keep it selected, and I'm going to right click. And click on skip slides, so that when I'm doing the presentation mode, those slides will not come up. Plus it kind of tells they can still click on it if it's not in present mode and they're looking at it, but it kind of gives people the knowledge that you don't need to look at these. These are just to skip. Questions on Slides Mania? No? Okay. Did you guys know about Slides Mania? Perfect. This is going to help you. Okay. All right, the other one, what did I call it? Slides Go. The other one is called Slides Go. I don't go to that one as much. I can't remember exactly what is on those. Okay, here we go. I like this one. Let's click on that. So here I have the option again, use Google Slides theme or download a PowerPoint. Because we're using slides, we're going to click use Google Slides theme. And it's going to force us to make a copy. It's the same thing as that use the template button. Now it's going to live in your drive. Okay. Now I can go through here again. I can make copies of them. I can skip the slide. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What are we doing? 9:14. We got a couple minutes, or 1 minute for questions. I'm free to stick around a little longer too if you have time.
Thank you. I'm going to bounce because I got other things I got to get done.
Perfect.
I appreciate your time, ma'am. Everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rollins. Take care.
That was very helpful, Maribel. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad.
It filled in holes that I did not know.
Awesome.
So I'm gonna go too. So take care.
Okay. Thanks. Bye.
I want to wait around and ask questions.
Okay,
Thank you,
Hi.
Mr. Barber.
no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Mr. Vargas, take care. All right, one-on-one session.
Okay, good. So anyway, so when we're back at the slides and it said like, you know, like either this one or say period 1, it said period 8. And I want the slides to be for all periods. So do I have to redo period 8 and put period 7, 6, 5, 4 and then send it, or can I send it? How do I do that? What's the best way to do that?
You could just not write period. You could just say physical education, 7th grade. And if you want, you could say periods 1 through 8.
Oh, okay, okay. Okay. This was very helpful.
Good.
I'm gonna have to play with it and stuff and work on it. Just kind of, you know, and I wrote notes too. And then where do I find the recording at?
I'm going to email it to you.
Oh, good. Okay, perfect, perfect. Yeah, because I want to try to physically work on it and go through it and stuff like that.
Okay, Mrs. Flores, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, it was great. And if I have any questions, I'll just maybe
Just
email
email
you.
me and we'll set up an appointment. So I haven't sent an email to all the staff yet, but each of the district coaches are assigned to a school site to support. And so I'm assigned to Vista. Woohoo. So anytime you need something, just let me know. This week has been crazy because I've been doing parent trainings in the morning. But just email me and I'll set up an appointment for you in the morning to do like a one-on-one, or we can invite other people too.
Yeah, it's been crazy for me too, but I wanted to
bet.
like fit this in to see it, and you know, I'm gonna work on it like on a weekend or something, not during
Okay.
the week, because that's when I have more time to do something.
Yeah. Okay, email me anytime.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
Uh-huh.
it.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.